I had a really lovely conversation with Spirit today on the topic of crying and energy release. And I wanted to share it here for anybody else who struggles with this topic. There are days where grief rises like a tide. It's gentle at first, and then it just starts crashing through everything. And I had one of those days, the kind where you are crying all day, and it's not just about one thing, it is about everything. Grief, old emotions, ancestral ache, the deep soul exhaustion of being a human. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I did find myself in some deep conversation with Spirit. It went a little something like this. Basically, Spirit was letting me know, I'm sorry, but sometimes you've got to have a good cry. And I was feeling, a little frustrated, a little sassy at this point. So I was acting like a little kid, like, why do we have to, and why don't you? I already knew the answer to this question even before it left my mouth. And Spirit basically told me we don't carry the emotions that humans do, but we see what they do to the human body, and we have the tools to help move them out. And so, me in my frustrated state asked, how do you have the tools and we don't? If you don't have the emotions and we do. And this is what Spirit told me that I want to share with you. Because we've gathered them across all of our lifetimes, we work as a one. We pool the wisdom we've collected through experience and evolution, and so will you. In this lifetime, you are gathering tools too. You'll bring them back to the one where they'll be a part of the wisdom forever. And so I asked, why do you want to help people with this? And Spirit says this so simply, like it should be obvious, because we are the one. We are you in a different frequency. Your spirit is here with the one right now as you speak to us. Your human body is still in the shower, questioning if this conversation is real. And this made me smile because Spirit's sense of humor always lands when I need it the most. And I asked, okay, so what's the tool today? What can we offer for this emotional processing? And the word smooth came to mind over and over again. And my eyes were drawn to that word on a shampoo bottle. And then it just kept echoing in my mind. And, side note, for those looking to sharpen their intuition skills, this is one of the ways Spirit speaks to you through repetition, through symbols, through subtle nudges. So if you're working on developing your intuitive gift, pay attention when something keeps circling back to you. So going back to that message, smooth, soothe, that was the message. We need to take time to smooth out the emotional energy. And I'm giving a high five to my fellow Cancers who feel everything so deeply. We need to take time to soothe the inner chaos, to allow the heaviness to move. And sometimes, often, that movement happens through crying. And so I was asking, why do we cry? Crying isn't just about sadness, it is about release. Tears are not weakness. They're one of the few ways our body naturally knows how to move stuck energy. When we cry, we are discharging stress hormones, trauma imprints, and emotional debris that have been clinging to our energy field. So essentially, it's like a soul level detox. Sometimes we cry after holding everything in for too long. Sometimes it happens when we feel truly safe. Sometimes we cry without even knowing why. Energetically, this is the body's way of saying it's time. Let it go. Your tears are holy. They do not need to be explained. They do not make you weak. They mean you are healing and releasing energy. And if you're crying a lot lately, you're not breaking down, even though you might believe you are. Sometimes I get caught up in that belief. You're breaking open. Your spirit knows what it's doing. Even if your mind doesn't understand, your higher self, your guides, and your body are all working together to alchemize what no longer belongs. Crying is part of the journey back to center, back to clarity, back to peace. So let it move, let it pour, let it smooth out and soothe your system. You'll feel lighter, clearer, and more connected. And if you want to connect with spirit on a deeper level, if this message speaks to your heart, if you're craving clarity or comfort, I do invite you to book a reading. I'll post the link below. Together, we can connect with your spirit team to bring through messages, guidance, and whatever healing you are ready for now. Whether that's grief, transformation, purpose, or something else that's stirring your soul, Spirit knows exactly what we need. And it is part of my mission here on earth to help people connect with that guidance. I'm holding all the space for all of my fellow souls who might be going through a hard time. Please don't see your tears as weakness. Look at that as an energy release. And what are you ready to let go of today in this moment? Sending you all the love.